everyone! Mrs. Lambert here with another edition of First Chapter Friday. This week I'm going to be reading to you from the graphic novel called When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Muhammad. I'll be reading to you from the ebook service Libby, which you can find on the Central Islip Public Library website. Feel free to read along with me as I read. I hope that you enjoy this book as much as I did. Let's get started. When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Muhammad. Now in a place as crowded as this, I'm afraid we'll never be found. I don't see her, Hassan. Huyo! Come on, it's getting late. We should go back home. We stay off the main roads to try and avoid trouble. Hurry, Hassan. Right now, we're right smack dab in the middle of A3 block, and Hassan and I live in block A2. Let's just say it's not a good idea to be caught in another block all alone. That's how a group of kids stole our shoes and pants last week. As soon as we get back to A2, I breathe a sigh of relief. In our block, everyone knows me and my brother. No one will bother us. Walking with Hassan sometimes takes a while. He stops to greet every neighbor we meet. Galab wanagsan. Salam alaikum. If he sees someone pushing a wheelbarrow, he likes to help out. He says hello to the donkeys pulling carts. He collects fruit to hand out to all the neighborhood goats. By the time we get home, it's nearly nighttime. Fatuma doesn't like us to walk around when it's dark. Hassan and I live here. Fatuma lives right across the path. She's kind of like our foster mom. She watches over us to make sure we're okay. Alhamdulillah! There you are! I was starting to get worried. Come here, my heart. That's Fatuma's nickname for Hassan. The way his hair grows in, it makes his face look like a heart. The nickname makes sense because Fatuma really loves Hassan. You too, Omar, my big boy. Okay, she really loves both of us. We don't have any food to eat tonight, so Hassan and I go right to bed. Hassan and I sleep in our own tent. After all, Fatuma is not our real mom, so we're still assigned different tents. Hassan doesn't sleep very well, and I don't either. I usually tell stories about our home in Somalia to help us both fall asleep. But I still wake up with nightmares. Dad! Judging by the sounds all around us, I'm not the only one with bad dreams. Manira! No! Aman! Stop! Chapter 1. My brother and I live here in a refugee camp in Kenya, in Africa. The camp is called Dadaab. We weren't born here. Hassan and I were born in Somalia. Some people here are from Ethiopia or Sudan or other places in Africa. But we all have one thing in common. We had to leave our homes because we were afraid for our lives. Some people who live here hope they'll be sent to America or Canada or some other place to live. Not me, though. I just want the war in Somalia to end so we can go back home. Our mom will be able to find us there. Dadaab is so big. It's actually made up of 3 separate camps. You can take a bus from one camp to another, or you can walk for about 4 hours. There's Hagadera, which is named after the big trees. There's Dagahali, named after, I don't know what. I live in Ifo camp, which in English roughly translates to City of Light. Don't let the name fool you, though. We don't have electricity here. After so many years with so many people living here, Ifo is more like a city than a camp. We have markets, schools, mosques, a hospital, everything. Refugee camps are supposed to be a temporary place to stay until it's safe to go back home. I guess no one expected the war to last so long, though, because Hassan and I have been here for 7 years. There are a lot of bad parts about living in a refugee camp. There's not a lot of food here, so Hassan and I are always hungry. And it's hot. But for me, one of the worst parts about living in a refugee camp is, it's really boring. Every day is basically the same. The first thing I do every day after morning prayers is I fetch water. That can take hours. There's only one water spigot and it's only open a few hours a day, so there's always a really long line. After that, I clean our tent and make sure anything valuable is hidden away. Then Hassan and I go to Fatuma's tent. She makes us tea. If there's anything to eat, we eat. I asked around and I found another pair of pants for you and Hassan. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for shoes. Wow, thanks, Fatuma. Truth be told, Hassan would rather be pantsless. Put them on! Hi, Omar. Oh, hey, Jerry. That's my best friend, Jerry. I've known him practically my whole life. Soccer after school, right? Yeah, for sure. Jerry used to stay home like me because he was sick. That's how he got his nickname. Jerry is a name for someone who limps, but now he goes to school with a lot of other kids from our block. I've never gone to school. I've always stayed home to take care of Hassan. I'm the oldest, so it's my job to protect him. But I wonder what school would be like. Come on, let's go to the building pit. Building pit is a nice way to describe this place. It's really just a puddle where we play in the mud. You have to be creative in a refugee camp. You make the bricks, Hassan, and I'll build the house. 1, 2. Even though I've never gone to an actual school, my mom taught me all my numbers when I was small. I keep practicing so I won't forget. 2 bricks plus 2 bricks equals 4 bricks. He can't say so, but I can tell Hassan is impressed by my amazing math skills. Hassan can't talk. Ever since he was a baby, he's only ever said one word. Julio! But he makes a lot of noises, and we understand each other. The doctors say Hassan is doing better now. He used to have a lot of seizures when he was younger. Those were really scary, but he hasn't had one in a while. I don't like to think about those seizures. I don't know what I would do without my brother. He makes life here bearable. Hassan and I always play the same game at the building pit, house. It takes almost all day to do it properly, but finally, finished. Now, this is our house. It's big enough for you, me, Fatuma, and Mama. Over there are our cornfields, and way over there is where we keep the goats. We have 200 goats! And that is the school. In the afternoon, I'll go to school, and you'll go home and help Mama with the goats. Look, we have a nice soft mattress to sleep on. It feels like a cloud. You got room on that mattress for me? Scoot over. If any of the other boys caught me playing house, I'd be embarrassed. But I'm never embarrassed around Jerry. All of a sudden, the ground starts to shake and the dust kicks up. This can only mean one thing. If you want to find out what happened to Omar, Hassan, and Jerry, you can borrow When Stars Are Scattered on Libby, our ebook service. Libby offers tons of free ebooks, audiobooks, and more. All you need to use it is your Central ASIP library card. You can also stop by the library and check out a copy of When Stars Are Scattered in the children's section. We look forward to seeing you soon.